I was really excited when my mom came and told me because I wasn't really interested in a one-on-one type support. I wanted to be a part of a group, and that's exactly what Ellie's Place is. So I was really excited. I asked her, is it a group? Like, there's gonna be more people my age every week? And she was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, let's go and give it a try. And
one thing that's really significant about Ellie's Place is always, telling stories and listening to other people. I feel like telling your stories and then listening to them is like you're doing what everyone is doing for you, for them as well. So it's really nice to be able to I feel like you never take more than you give at Ellie's Place for sure. Like, you are giving so much support for other people as well, who are going through the same things as you. And
yeah, I think that's a really great observation too, because it's reciprocal, right? Like, you don't always show up ready to talk, but that's always fun, right? Like, the next time maybe you are ready. And I think there, everything, there's no wrong emotion at Ellie's Place, right? It's okay to cry, it's okay to pass. You kind of just get to decide what it looks like. But you're right, there's a lot of that exchange back and forth. And I think that's kind of the magic of group support, right? Nobody is there taking up more space than someone else, and everyone gets what they need.
So Hannah and Donnie talked about how being with other people your age was really helpful and being in community and group. Were there other specific things about Ellie's Place that really helped you? Any special activities or anything like that?
Helped me. I really liked something we did each week. It was called Opening Circle. And you would go around and you would say your name, the person who died, who you lost, and you could share how they died if you wanted to. And I know that sounds scary, but it really helped me say it out loud and be able to say it out loud and hear others say it, because it puts it in my mind verbally saying, you're not alone, because this person lost their dad as well, or this person lost their uncle, like Hannah's. It really helps get that in your mind that you're not alone in this journey, and that there are others who have also lost a person your same age.
So I think my favorite activity, along with Opening Circle, very dependable as well, I really liked, we did a face mask where, of course, now we think face mask and we think like COVID, the mask that goes around your face. No, we're talking like full face mask, right?
And masquerade, kinda?
Yes,
exactly,
that kind of thing, yeah. So we would decorate the outside of it as kind of like, when we're not at Ellie's Place, kind of like the face that we show the rest of the world. Maybe people who, the first thing you tell them isn't that you lost your person, versus at Ellie's Place, kind of what you don't show everyone, maybe what you just show some of the people at Ellie's Place and your other group members. And I really like that one just because I think grief is a part of me now, in everything that I do, but I also think that all of us are people outside of Ellie's Place as well. And so I think that was just a really nice way to kind of symbolize how this is something we take with us everywhere we go, but we also have so much that we're dealing with on top of that.
Hannah, what about you? What coping skills do you feel like you developed at Ellie's Place that you use in your day-to-day life?
I think Ellie's Place definitely gave me a lot of coping mechanisms to get through a lot of the thoughts that I had around grief. I think it's a lot of emotions. So I think Ellie's Place definitely helps you not separate them, but just kind of like understand that this is what grief is as a whole, like happiness, like sorrow, appreciation, gratitude, all of those things. It's something that I think a lot of people, again, like we said, kind of associate grief with sadness, but I think Ellie's Place understands that there's so many more emotions and it's just so much more complex than one singular emotion.
I really gained a lot of emotional control from Ellie's Place. I've been able to talk about my father and not burst into tears and be just like, not even able to talk about him because I would be so sad and overcome by my emotions. But it does make me sad, of course, but I'm able to talk about him now more, and that makes me really happy because I can talk about the happy times and the memories and still keep him alive in the memories without being overcome with my feelings and being sad. I was extremely happy to have the virtual meetings. It was good to connect with everybody and get some closure, because I had to close because I was a senior. And although it was very, very sad, I was happy that I could still close and get some closure, because everything else, I was just like, oh, that's your last day of high school. That was your last soccer game. Like, I was happy I got some closure from Ellie's Place, being able to close out as normally as we could.
Yeah, and that's an important part at Ellie's Place, right? Is that like when people are discontinuing groups, we love to have them, you know, have an official closing so that we can all say goodbye and sort of share those things about, you know, your experience and the group members' experience of having you as part of their support group. So
we're all here because at some point in our life, our worlds were flipped upside down, and I think at that point, I think we're all. I mean, Ellie's Place is built off of a foundation of people who have had to adapt to some sort of change in their life. So I feel like we're not new to this.
Any final things you want to say about Ellie's Place? Anything that, you know, you feel like other people should know about your group or about your experience?
I always leave Ellie's Place. Like when I would go weekly, I would always leave in a better mood than when I walked in. Yes, some of the nights are heavier than others, but that's just something to expect. And even the heavy nights they don't outweigh the times where you come out and you just feel like a weight's off your shoulders for that week.
There's so much healing that goes into listening to others as well. So I think that's definitely unique about Ellie's Place.
If you're hesitant about coming to Ellie's Place for the first time, just give it a try. I'm telling you, just go one meeting and give it a fair, honest try. If you're like, oh, I don't want to go, a group, oh, that scares me, I don't want to go, just give it a fair shot. I'm telling you, please.